Sunday. I hope you guys are having a good day so far. If you can tell by the title, today we are going to be chatting all about organizing and planning and just planning out your entire life, everything that you're doing, your side hustles, your 9 to 5, FaceTiming with your friends, whatever it is, just staying organized and staying planned out and just knowing what you're doing. It is the sole reason I'm not just like constantly in a state of having a panic attack, because I do a lot of things. As you guys know, I have a YouTube channel, I have a 9 to 5 job, I have a network for post-grad women on Patreon and Instagram, so I just do a lot of things. There's a lot going on. Staying organized and planning is genuinely the only way I get things done. So I thought I'd sit down, share with you guys in a whole video how I stay organized, how you can stay organized, and how to plan out your month, your week, and also the tools I use, so like Notion and the Notes app and all that stuff. So we're gonna get into it. So hope you guys enjoy watching this. Also, if you're new, my name's Tess. I film videos about working 9 to 5 as a digital marketing manager. This video can apply to anything. If you have a 9 to 5, if you're in college, if you have a podcast, whatever it is, I think it's just important to plan out everything that you do. I do this system of planning both for work and for my personal life and my side businesses. I just think it's good to like plan out even work stuff. It's not just like your personal stuff. So this can apply definitely to both work and personal life. I think the key to being organized is being planful and planning out every single month. So the first thing I want to say in this video is make a monthly plan. Personally, what I do every single month is I sit down like on the first, I write out my monthly goals. So I always try to think of like a couple things I want to focus on that month. I just went over my monthly goals in my last vlog. For example, I want to upload 7 videos this month. I want to go on 5 walks a week. Just like anything that you can think of that you want to focus on for the month. I think that's a good just like motivator, especially in the time we're in with quarantine and everything. Having goals and just like something to check off a list that you've accomplished in a month is a really good mindset to be in, and it kind of helps you feel like you have a purpose that's not just like watching Bridgerton all day. So yeah, I don't know, that's really helped me. So in your monthly plan, write out your monthly goals. Also create a content calendar if that's something that you do. All of your YouTube content, your Instagram content, whatever content you're creating, plan out exactly what you're going to do. In terms of YouTube, that has truly saved my life, is planning out what videos I'm gonna post for the whole month, because then you're not sitting there like trying to come up with ideas. Even on Instagram, like if you create reels or IGTV, you don't have to think about what you're doing, you just have to do what your calendar says. So that is also a huge thing, is writing out your content calendar at the beginning of the month. Last thing is just writing out important dates and anything coming up. If you have a birthday, anniversary, whatever it is, if the Bachelor's airing, put that into your calendar. So those 3 things I plan out every month: my monthly goals, content calendar, and dates and key things going on for the month. I plan out pretty much everything in Notion, so I'm gonna get into like what tools and stuff I use in the second half of this video. The next thing I wanted to say is weekly planning. This is also so important. Sunday night planning is just such a nice little vibe. You gotta get a glass of wine or a cup of tea, get your planner out or your Notion or your notepad, like whatever you use, and plan out for the week what's going on. Whether it's a big meeting coming up, a big project you have to prepare for, if you have videos launching, Patreon posts to write, like whatever you have to do that week, it feels just a lot more doable and like you can accomplish it. For me, I make my weekly to-do list, my weekly plans like very detailed, rather than my monthly plan is more like this video is going up this day, but the weekly plan will be like what day I'm filming, what day I'm editing, what day I'm posting. And I think that just helps you feel like a lot more organized. For me, the goal with planning is just I never want to have to think of what's coming up. Like I don't want to have to forget things or think of like what's happening. I just look at my calendar and like my brain is on my calendar or my Notion, and I just like don't have to think for myself, and that helps a lot with stress and just like feeling like you got it together and you know what's going on. Sunday night planning is a huge game changer. Sit down, write out everything coming up that week. I just need to say that before I get into like how I stay organized, because I feel like planning is like genuinely such a big part of that. So anyways, make a monthly plan, make a weekly plan, and that will help you just so much. I also wanted to say too, even if you don't have a lot of stuff going on, like even if you're not like working a bunch of jobs or whatever, writing in stuff for the week, like FaceTiming your mom or doing laundry, cleaning the bathrooms, bachelor night, like all of that stuff, I think yeah, like I put it in my calendar too, because it makes you feel like you have like a purpose that week. And like I said in the intro, it can feel oftentimes like there's like nothing going on, and it can be I don't know the right word, like you're spiraling being at home all the time. At least in Toronto, we're like still on a stay-at-home order. So yeah, I think being inside all day, it can just be a little bit not the best mindset. So making these plans, like anything from doing laundry, cleaning your bathroom, like whatever it is, write it down. Then you know you have something coming up, and that just is a good mindset to be in. So plan everything out. Okay, getting into the main part of this video. So how I stay organized. So everything I use, what I do to organize all of my content, my to-do lists, all that stuff. The main thing I use, and this is something I like just recently discovered, is Notion. I have it on my iPad here. I'm sure you have heard about this, or maybe it's just me, but I've seen this all over YouTube and Instagram and IGTV. Like everyone has been using Notion, and it's actually something I use at work to plan out our social calendar. I'll put a screen recording up now, but this is what my Notion looks like. Okay, so welcome to my mini Notion tour. So like I said, this is something pretty new to me, so it's not like 100% done, but I thought I'd just show you guys what it looks like. I still want to make it look a little bit cuter, but this is just what it's looking like right now. So this is just a quick overview of what it looks like. So this is just the front page. This banner right here, I made this on Canva, and these are just pictures all from my Pinterest, just my YouTube Pinterest board. I can link it down below if you want to follow it, but yeah, I just threw these pictures together on Canva. I got this entire template from Julia Christ. She didn't make it, but she linked it down below in her Notion video, and she has a really great video, just like a tutorial of how to set this up. Anyways, this is my little Notion. So this is the top section, and I need to change out like a couple of these names, but this main page is like pretty much just for aesthetics. So I have a couple pictures here, and then I have a link to my Pinterest and a link to my content calendar, which I'll get into. So that is just the front portion. I also have my morning and night routine and my habit tracker. So moving into the second section, I have my February goals and then my weekly to-dos. So I took a couple of my to-dos out just to not give away like video ideas and stuff. Anyways, I have my 5 goals here for the month, and then I might switch this picture out, but I just put that there for now. And then scrolling down, I have my daily to-dos. So this is what I would fill out every week on a Sunday night is my to-do list. Yesterday I did those things, so I'll check those off, but today is Saturday, so this is what I'm going to do today. I like how it's all digital, and I like when you check it off, it crosses it out. So you can also obviously use like the Notes app or physical planner for these to-do lists, but I like how it's just all in one app. Scrolling down, I also have my YouTube videos for the month, so this is everything I'm going to post this month. I keep mentioning Busy Blooming. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what it is, but if you don't, it's a post-grad network for women, either in university or in post-grad or just in their 20s, and we have a Patreon, an Instagram, and a Facebook group, and it's just a place to chat about post-grad life. Feel free to check it out at busyblooming.ca. I also just have my like habit tracker morning routine here, and then my Pinterest link. So the other main thing I use Notion for is my content calendar. So this is everything I put in my content calendar. So I have all of my YouTube videos color coded, and then all of my Busy Blooming content color coded. I also have my personal calendar where I just put in like my boyfriend's birthday, my anniversary, and when I'm FaceTiming my mom and stuff. So that I have in like my own like personal calendar here, but I like having my content in its own calendar. So that's pretty much the really bare bones basics. I know there's a lot more you can do. I'm going to add in a tab for all of my yearly expenses for my YouTube channel, for my taxes, and just everything like business wise I need to put into here. Okay, something else I wanted to show in addition to Notion is my Google Slides, and this is something I use a lot for my YouTube and for Busy Blooming. So any project I have or like side business, this is a huge game changer if you don't want to use Notions. This is something I love to put together at the beginning of the year, and I have my cover page. I have some inspiration pictures, which you can probably tell I've gone into my branding that Haley made. So anyways, this is just a quick overview. I just put like my brand buckets in here. I can do a whole video on like how I brand and plan out YouTube, if that'd be helpful. But anyways, I have my content calendar here for January. I've started putting this into Notion instead, but you can see here, like you can just do this. Like I just Google imaged a calendar and put it in a Google slide and then put text box. And then I just have all of my video ideas broken down into categories, my goals, and then I have my expenses in here. So I'm going to transfer all this over to Notion, but this is another great thing to use is Google Slides or a PowerPoint or a Keynote to do all of your planning. So yeah, that is my main organization tool is Notion. That's a little tour. I love it. It's just so like aesthetically pleasing and it's actually functional. So it's really nice to use. I definitely recommend trying it out. It takes like a little bit of practice to set everything up. Another tool I use like all the time is my Notes app, which you guys know. This is like pretty much the only thing I use besides Notion. I just love the Notes app. I like how you can create folders. What I would do every month is write out my goals and my videos and stuff in just literally the Notes app. You can have like a note for your goals, a note for your content, a note for your video ideas, like whatever it is. I think it's just another like free, easy thing to use to organize. I think in terms of tools, the Notes app and then Notion are like the main things I use. The last thing I do to stay organized is make lists. And I know that's like such an obvious thing, making lists, but I am an avid list maker, and I think that is also just like the key to staying organized and how I manage to get everything done. As you saw in my Notion, I have a list of videos going up on YouTube, a list of content going up on Busy Blooming, a list for the day, a list for the week, a list for the month. Like it is just having lists is so important. And in terms of work especially, I am a crazy person with my lists, but genuinely like it is the only way I can organize my thoughts. And one tip I really would recommend at work is organizing your list into categories. So I use the Notes app at work a lot. So I'll have a list that for every question I've asked at work, I'll write it down in this list and also the answer that I got to that question. And I think that just helps in a lot of ways. First of all, it helps you not have to keep asking your boss like the same question over and over, but it's just like a good reference sheet that you start to build out of like all this information at work. So that's one way you can track lists. I also use lists, like obviously a to-do list for the day, a to-do list for the week. I also have a list for everything my boss has mentioned, like to keep on my radar. So list making is just very key. And if you're feeling like really stressed out or unorganized or there's just a lot going on, just write it down in a list, like a to-do list, and then it's almost like a mini plan of how you're gonna get everything done. Another thing I do is I set alarms all of the time for things I need to do. If it's like I have to change the Instagram password on the Busy Blooming account for Takeover Tuesday, like I'll set an alarm on my phone so that will just go off one time in the evening, so I'll just change it at that point. That's something that helps to stay really organized too. Stuff like that, when you know you're gonna forget something, or even if like you think you might forget, put it as an alarm or an event that will pop up and remind you, and that is like so helpful. Okay, I think that is everything I wanted to say in terms of how I stay organized. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I would love to hear your like tips and tricks and what you use to stay organized as well. Comment down below. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay, bye.